been scuba diving before? Chances are that since the last time you went, it's changed quite a bit. Due to human impacts such as overfishing, population, sedimentation, bleaching, and introduced pests, a lot of our coral reefs have begun to die. Just over my past 24 years of life growing up scuba diving in the waters of Florida, I've noticed a really big decrease in the amount of aquatic life that you see surrounding the coral. And these fish depend on the reefs for their homes. So no more of those seafood dinners we've all come to love. So today I'm here to inform you on what we can do in order to change and hopefully reverse some of the damage that we've done to our reefs. Because according to climatechange.lta.org, in 2005 alone, there was more damage done than the entire 20 years prior combined. The carbon monoxide being released into the air has caused an irregularity in the ocean temperature, and in return has increased the acidification and reduced the quality of water. If we don't make a change, our pH levels will continue to decrease, and that will in return increase the acidification and kill all of our reefs and the creatures that depend on it. But it's not only our aquatic friends that are at stake here, my friends. The coral acts as a guard to protect our shorelines as well. So with the increase in storm due to climate change, without these coral reefs there to help protect us, we'll notice a lot of damage. Just look at Texas. They have recently had some really terrible floods. Well, our storms are getting worse because our water is getting hotter. So with warmer water, it creates bigger storms, and in return causes more damage and a lot of deaths and drownings. We depend on the ecosystem more than you know. It also provides food, jobs, protection, and income for many. The Coral Reef Task Force is an organization that seeks solutions for overfishing and bleaching and pollution, but they can't do it alone. We have to take a stand and help them if we really want to see a change. So if we encourage the establishment of more marine protected areas, we can hopefully give these corals some time to heal and notice a big difference. FloridaKeys.noa.com says that reefs provide $375 billion of income every year, and in Florida alone creates 70,400 jobs. Those jobs range from fisheries, tourism, scientific research, and more. So not only are they being affected, but it's also going to directly affect our economy. So 75% of the coral reefs are at risk for coral bleaching, but 100% of our population is at risk for all the repercussions that we would face. So we have to make some changes. And I know you're probably thinking, well, how am I supposed to make some changes? It's not like I'm personally the one destroying these. But like, you don't realize that everything that you do affects what is going into our ocean. Just overusage of water causes more water runoff, and in return, it introduces chemicals to the water or to the coral that they're not used to being accustomed to. So if we conserve and limit the water that we're using, we can hopefully reduce the amount of runoff and reduce the amount of pollution that we're contributing. It introduces pathogens and decreases the oxygen, which increases the eutrophication. And in return, increases the algae and decreases the aquatic life and affects the quality of the water. So if we more trash because of the increase in production of packaging. It's also an issue, my friends. We need to collect garbage. If we collect garbage when we see it and practice recycling, reduce, reuse, recycle. And let's put our trash in the respectable bins. The tips when you are recycling, be mindful what bin you're putting your trash in. Also, don't bag the items. You're really just contributing to the problem at that point, creating more plastic. And empty, clean, and dry the recycled products. So let's help reduce the amount of trash in the ocean that is causing abrasions on the coral and causing the bacteria to be able to enter. Encouragement for such rules to be implemented is a huge step in the right direction. And if we spread the word, we can watch the world change before us. So speak up if you see your friends litter, or if you, and be that voice of reason to change these bad habits, and we can notice a really big difference. This also goes for your friends that have aquariums. You know, a lot of people like to collect live coral to add a little splash of color to their tanks. But you know who needs the coral more than your fish tanks? The ocean. And the fish in it. So leave the coral where you found it. And if you're diving, don't touch it. Just enjoy it and like love it. And so also, and being conscientious of the sunblock you're using is really important. A lot of it is a lot more harmful for the ocean than you realize. It has like harmful chemicals in it, so it may protect you from the sun rays, but it's not protecting our friends in the water. So some of the reef-friendly blocks that I found were like Alba Botanica All Good and Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen. But if you can't find those in your store, I'm sure that if you just Google it, you could find it. That's like the perk of having a mini computer in our pockets all the time, is that all the answers are accessible. And so there's a ton of ways to make sure that we're not harming the ocean. And we just, you know, can really make some changes. So by increasing the recognition, we can take back the steps to make a change. If we don't do this, this is what our world is going to come to. Just wait. No, that's not this, you guys. This is an example. You see, no life, no fish swimming there. There's no Nemos in these corals. They're all dying. You see, we don't want to go diving and just see this, you know, trash speckled in the coral reefs and everything. We want to be able to go diving and see this. Full of color, beauty, life. This is what healthy coral reefs look like, and this is what we're trying to accomplish and bring back. There's organizations that dedicate their lives to studying these coral reefs and documenting how well they're doing. One of those is the Reef Life Survey. They post their results online every single day. So if you really want to see the direct effect of it, just look online. You can see how you're helping just by changing some of your habits. So let's make a change, you guys.
Woo! I'm back.
These are my 5 peeps. Let's see. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey.